We're now going to learn about the dictionary constructor, which is an alternate way of creating a dictionary. Just like we learned about the tuple, set, and list constructors. The dict constructor, just a little bit different on the name. It is not the full word dictionary. It is just dict, D-I-C-T. And the way to use it is a little bit different than the other constructors. We're going to call it like a function that has many keywords. So here's an example of using the dictionary constructor. You can see that it should look just like any other regular function where we have, a keyword, a parameter name that is set equal to some value like this. And whenever you call it like this, the keyword actually becomes the key in the dictionary, and the value is what it is paired up as. So just summarizing it over here, the keyword over here will become a key in the dictionary. The value will be a value for that specific key. Now, the one thing here is that the key will turn into a string. So you can only have strings as keys like this, not integers, booleans or tuples. So let me show you an example over here of a very simple use of the dict constructor. So I'm going to recreate one of our dictionaries from above. I'm going to assign the characters A, B, C, and so forth to their numerical place in the alphabet. Z equals 26. All right. So there we go. So this constructor creates this. So this is actually the syntax that you would use to create this dictionary the normal way without the constructor, just using the curly brace syntax. So as you can see here, this is just like any other function parameter name. There's no string here. You cannot have a string as a parameter name. It's got to just be a variable name. So, and this can be anything you want. You could have any length. So like Ted equals 99. That'll just turn into a string as a key like that. So just a different way of creating a dictionary. The dict constructor doesn't work so easily with other objects. So let me give you an example. So remember when we had, say, a list like this, and I wanted to convert it into a tuple, we could pass it into the tuple constructor, and that would work. We could pass it into the set constructor like this, but you can't just pass in a list like this and convert it into a dictionary because it has to be paired up with some keys. So there are other ways to use the dict constructor. I don't want to go too deep into it. It's really not all that important right now. This is the main way to use the dict constructor, though, is when you have some keys that will eventually be strings, and then you pair them up with just any value. So the value can be anything, doesn't have to be integers here. I could have made it, some string. I could have made it a tuple of objects. I don't know, I'm just creating this. So the value can be anything, but for the dict constructor, the keys will eventually turn into strings. All right, so let me show one more example over here of recreating the students dictionary from above when we had students and their grades. So we can have, again, Adam could have the grades 55, 87. Nico can have the grades 99, 88, 57. And Penelope can have the grades 33, 99, 88, 99, like this. We can just assign this to a variable name like students. And then here we go. So it just converts these parameter names or these keywords into keys, and they will be strings. So it's you can create dictionaries either way. Some people like creating the dictionaries with the dict constructor. I typically just use, whenever I'm creating, just the curly brace syntax, but this is also a popular way of creating it. And sometimes there's other options in here, which is where you'll see people use the dict constructor. So this is not the only way that I'm showing you. It's just one way to use it to create a dictionary. So the dict constructor, a little bit more complex than the other constructors. And as you learn more about Python, you can see some more advanced usages for it. But really, just for now, it's good to just stick with this basic usage, which is just keyword value, which turns the keyword into a key that is a string paired up with its value.